bit rate just a little bit this time. Gonna have to lower it again later, but we shall see. Am I live? YouTube, you gonna go live? Oh, there it goes. And let's see. Let's pull this bad boy up. Hey. Oops. Yep, I don't want that. Pop out chat. Pop out chat on Picarto. Is it going to do that? I hope so. There it goes. Slick. Slick, slick, slick. Okay. We are going to hope this actually goes well. Hello, hello. Hey, guys. Hi, hi, hi. I am hoping the stream is running smoothly. You guys are my test audience. You let me know if everything seems to be working all right. Go ahead and try playing some stuff just to see. All right, let's see how that goes on the stream. Fingers crossed. I'm just kind of zooming in and out and like moving things around on the screen to see what the stream quality looks like. And I'm hoping this is better than it's been, so that at least I know I can do this bitrate when I'm not on Discord. Okay. We'll test it out again later with the Discord call, see if that works. Any hoot. Hi guys, welcome back. We're just gonna kind of keep going on this storyboard. I'll go ahead and play what I've got to start, and let's get going. I'm not gonna sing this time though. We get that later. Hey Nilahum, yes, we are just starting. What's up? Thanks for popping in, my dude. Crack open a cold one here. Flamingo Cutie, maybe you shouldn't be watching this while you're in school. Or do, it doesn't matter. I've been hearing a lot of schools are putting some weird stuff in their curriculums. Curricula? Is that a Greek word? Alright, that is where we left off. So, it's time to keep going. right. Hope you guys are doing well. Hello, Destiny. I'm sorry to pull you away from your friend's group chat, if that's the case. You should bring them in, too. Tell them to say hi. Let's see. Am I missing anything in chat? Nope. Okay, good. Hey, guys. Do the storyboard on Novasaur. Is that a program for storyboarding? I'm not familiar with it. If so, I mean, I appreciate the recommendation, but I'm already kind of over halfway through the board on this program. Aw, thanks, guys. Yeah, more people to join the stream is fun. It's, the more the better, the more the merrier, as they say. If I were to change how bending the ink machine as a whole goes, how would it be? As in, like, Semi hits you in the back of the head in Chapter 2, but what if it didn't happen, etc., etc. Hyper Inkling, I actually addressed exactly that yesterday. During the stream yesterday, I talked pretty much about how the villain motivations for Joey and Bendy don't make a whole lot of sense, and Henry was a little bit shallow. But I can chat a bit more about it if you guys are interested in that sort of thing. Like, I don't want to just, you know, yammer on and be super repetitive, so you guys let me know if you want me to talk more about that kind of stuff. Because I would be more than happy to do so. In part because I like hearing my own voice on that topic. I do apologize for that. Yeah, the sped up music does sound a bit like a seizure. You get kind of used to it. Let me see what the volume levels are sounding like. I probably need to boost myself just a little bit. Hello, does that sound better? I hope so. Hold on, let me just... Okay, just comparing the music and, yeah, vocal volumes. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. You're interested, please ramble, madame. Oh, fancy. I'm madame now. Yeah, okay. Where to start? Give me, like, you said, if I were to change bending the machine, how it goes as a whole. I mean, give me an example. Give me some place to start, because there's a lot I could talk about. Like, I don't know, start by telling me something you would change. And that goes for everybody in the chat. Let's have ourselves a conversation here, huh? Oh, son of a gun. What's the use of a hero without a monster to be slain? EJ animation guy. Well, yeah. I remember there was a big fad about that with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon back in the day. There are always overprotective parents out there who are worried about their kids being exposed to satanic stuff. Which, you know what? Knowing what satanic stuff is actually like, I totally get it. But there's a difference between worshiping something that is satanic and having it be portrayed as something that is evil in a storyline. And I think that's actually quite important, that you need to, how do we say, traumatize the children, so to speak. You know, if you look at, like, old cartoons and whatnot, there's some pretty dark stuff in them. And it's not, I'm not just talking about, like, anime and stuff like that. I mean, like, some Western cartoons are pretty dark. Batman the Animated Series is quite dark. You know, characters, they don't die, but the implication is that they would be dead if it wasn't a cartoon. The whole tone of it is quite dark. Kids can take that stuff, you know? They can actually understand it, and it's important for them to be exposed to it in a safe environment, such as a cartoon, as opposed to encountering it for the first time in a real world when they've been completely unprepared for it, and they get killed by it. You know, that's what happens. If you shelter a child too much, when they actually encounter malice in the real world, they can't deal. So, I'm all about traumatize the kids, let them learn early. And I'm using that term in a very facetious way, but you know what I'm talking about, hopefully. Okay, let me see. The program that I'm using is called Toon Boom Harmony. Let's see. Example, Sammy knocks you out, but what if he didn't? So you actually did escape, but then Bendy appears there and chases you through the music department. That's all superficial cosmetic stuff. I don't think that has anything to do with the actual story. See, my quibbles with the game are to do with, like, what the story is actually like. Oh my god, S'mores, do not take that out of context! But yeah, no, it's stuff like, well, what if Sammy didn't knock you out then, and he attacked you later, or something like that. That's all kind of besides the point. I'm actually exploring what I would have done in the game in these music videos. So, yeah, I don't know, it's a tough question to answer. But I find it very interesting. Let's see. What I would change first is give Henry some personality. I know wow, can I start that sentence again? It became kind of a meme that Henry's voice had no emotion to it whatsoever. And that's, funny and all, but in reality, there is no emotion in that character. There's no, well, I'm being quite harsh. That's not quite what I mean. It's more we're not given enough of a reason to care about him. Like we are shown, okay, here's the guy who used to work here. Now go. And it's like, well, okay, but why? Like, I get that he used to be friends with this Joey character, but why do I care? Why do I care about him going through his old workplace? Why is he not having an emotional reaction to anything? Like, even the Boris, reveal was like, oh god, Joey, what have you been doing? And then nothing more. It's like, well, okay, but I thought this guy worked here. I thought he was attached to these characters, What? Even the little bit, I gotta get the hell out of here, that was taken out of the first chapter within, the second version of the game. That added more character than just the silence. And I know it was taken out because they thought it detracted from the player's experience of the game, which, I don't know, maybe that's true. But in my opinion, it's like, player be damned, you're making a character. Why not have the character be fully fleshed out? And we're just kind of storyboarding the hell out of this. Let's see, what did I miss anything else in the chat? Traumatize the kids, you'll make Mom of the Year yet, Squig. Thank you, Nillahum! I've got a dog, does that count? No, what I mean when I say traumatize the children, I'm being intentionally hyperbolic and dramatic. It's more about, show the kids that they can handle danger, that they're actually capable of going through with it, and that show it to them in a way that they can process before it kills them in the real world. That's what I mean. Bendy turns out to be Joey. After all, he mixes Alice, Bendy, and Boris together to make a super final boss, which he controls from the inside. Hyperinkling, again, that's a cool boss battle idea, I suppose, but for me, it's all about the character. Why would Joey be doing that? What's his motivation? All we're really given in the game, and I talked about this yesterday, is half of Cave Johnson. It's just, here's a guy who's corrupt because he's corrupt. Okay. That's not enough. Evil people are evil because they're evil. It's that's not a motivation. If you can't understand why somebody would do something that's evil, you have no idea what makes a person actually do evil things. You know, I don't like the notion of somebody being inherently evil or inherently good. That's no such thing. We spent centuries trying to get rid of the notion of original sin, and people are trying to bring it back. It's like, absolutely not. No. Evil people are evil because they're evil. It's like, no. Evil people are evil because they think they're doing the right thing. That's always the case. They wouldn't be doing it if they thought it was the wrong thing to do. Now, it could be the case that they've convinced themselves that it's the right thing to do, but nonetheless, they think it's the right thing to do. I wouldn't have had Alice and Allison. It complicates things. It's got kind of nothing to do with the main story at hand. Like, don't get me wrong, the Malice character, that's what I like to call her, she's a fascinating villainess, but she's irrelevant to the larger plot. It's a plot thread that leads in a totally different direction. And we follow that plot thread for 2 whole chapters, and then we're suddenly back on the track of, oh yeah, Joey's a bad guy. And it's like, well, we still haven't even established why Joey's a bad guy, you know? We haven't established any actual motive for him. We have no idea why he called Henry back to the studio. You know, any theories about why that happened are entirely fan-made. You know what I mean? Ah, there we are. That's why that didn't feel right. The most chilling kind of evil person you can encounter is someone who is convinced that they are incapable of doing anything evil. It's the ends justify the means, you know? It's like, oh, well, XYZ is bad because of X reason, therefore we need to destroy XYZ. It's like, whoa! Calm down. Make sure that you're not just biased because you have a personal grudge against that thing. Well, I don't have a grudge. I'm not the grudge-carrying type. It's like, are you sure about that? Just because you don't consciously recognize it doesn't mean it's not there. There are a lot of people on Earth who have no idea how much resentment they've gotten themselves. What's the reason overall for the Butcher Gang? I don't know. I don't know why they're there. They don't really have anything to do with the plot. Henry does a face reveal. I mean, Henry had a face reveal in Welcome Home, as far as I'm concerned. I don't really know anything about the Dark Revival. From what little I've seen about it, it seems to be going off the track from the main story, so I have no idea where they're going. And, you know, it could turn out to be an excellent game, but I have absolutely no idea what they're doing with it. Apply. as far as I can tell, the Butcher Gang was added into the game to add more enemies, and to, you know, kind of fill it in. But in my opinion, that wasn't necessary. You know, like, you can do that just by exploring what you've already made. The notion of being stalked by this creature that you don't really know whether it's sentient or not, that's scary enough. And especially if it is sentient, then it's clearly going out for revenge, or maybe you don't know why it's, you know, coming after you. There's plenty you could have explored with that alone. And then you have the question of, okay, well, are all the characters like that? If they're really alive, you know, do they all feel the same way? And if they do, yikes, that's plenty to give you some nightmare fuel. Would they all behave the same way about it? You know, like, are some of them resentful? Or are all of them resentful, but they all act differently about it? Like, maybe one of them actually wants to take revenge. Maybe one of them wants to know why the hell it happened, etc., etc. You know, there's plenty there. You don't need to add a whole bunch of extra characters. That's something that a lot of writers fall into the trap of, because, you know, they tend to call themselves world builders at that point. You know, they're like, oh, I want to expand this world. It's like, that's all well and good, but why? It's like, you've already got plenty of a world here, as is. And not to mention, let's take the real world, for instance. If you're following any one single story in it, you don't need the entire world. You don't need the information that is the entire world in order to tell the story of one person. So world building, that's great for, you know, exploratory video games, or if you're doing kind of a nowhere meandering tabletop RPG. But if you're telling a story, don't get sucked into world building. You can have that stuff there if you want it, but it's generally irrelevant. And I have not been looking at the chat. Let me see. I kind of went off on my own thing. Well, again, world building is fine in certain settings, but it's got nothing to do with telling a story. Let's see. Dreams come to life. To know more about the characters, by the way, dreams. Yes, I'm familiar with it being a thing, but I'm saying it's not in the game. You know, whatever's in that book, it's not in the game. And what is in the game runs largely contrary to what I'm saying here. Copy, paste, okay. Can I think of any good examples of villains or villainous archetypes that could be used as a template for what Bendy and the Ink Machine villains could have been like? Nilaham asked that over in the Picardo chat, and yeah, absolutely. GLaDOS and Cave Johnson. I've mentioned Cave Johnson multiple times in this stream, but that's a fantastic example for what Bendy and the Ink Machine could have been like. You know, even, I wouldn't say Alice should have played the same role as GLaDOS. I would personally write Joey as somewhere across between, using those references, Cave Johnson and Wheatley. Nope, I have no thoughts on that, Hype Wrinkling. Again, guys, I don't know anything about the Dark Revival. So any questions you ask me, I'm going to be thoroughly disappointing. let's see. Copy, paste. Whoops, nope, paste there. Let's see, what else? Henry... Who did Munpian compare him to? If you guys have seen Supernatural, Munpian compared Henry to Gabriel. Now don't spoil me about like where the rest of the series goes, because I've only been like halfway through season 5 right now. And we're leading up to the end of that season. But Gabriel is a character who basically ditched his family. He saw the family starting to go down south, as it were. And was like, you know what? I don't want to be part of this family drama. I'm out. And he kind of bails. And from a distance, he's like kind of mocking it, but also he just wants to get it over with. He doesn't care who wins. And he's kind of forcing everybody around him into the same mindset. And then at some point, you know, Dean calls him out and is like, you're just running away. You don't have any authority or any right telling us how we should act about this. That's Henry. Henry ran away. He just he saw the situation, or maybe he saw the situation. Maybe he just got a sense of it. Maybe he sensed that Joey wasn't acting like himself, or maybe he sensed that Joey was going off his rocker. Who cares? Henry's answer was to just bail. You know? Instead of trying to kind of take responsibility for the fact that he helped to found the studio. I find that irresponsible. G-Max, I'm afraid I'm not going to respond to your foot fetish question. Let's see. Oh, the reason people are obsessed with things like that, which is like, oh, let's make the character cuter, is because they're seeing him as something that he's not. You know, it's a fictional character, first off, but people like to project on that kind of thing all the time. Understandable in a sense, because it's like, you know, maybe the character is a comforting thing to you, and maybe you relate to it a lot, or maybe you're really attached to it, but, you know, you don't want to get so attached to it that you start projecting onto it all of these other little things that you haven't figured out why you like these other little things. Bendy's not a dog. It's not a matter of like, oh, it would be cute. It's like, that's not what he is. It's got nothing to do with what he is. You're projecting the wrong thing onto him. You get that in all kinds of fandoms. You get that with a lot of the Sanses. Like, why does Sans have wings? Because that's not Sans. Do I use a sketchpad for these types of animations? I am working on a Cintiq right now. Sorry, there's somebody in the chat who's speaking Korean. I cannot understand Korean. Please speak in English for the chat, guys. That's the only language I'm going to be able to read quickly enough to moderate. because I do not have a moderator helping me right now. Let's see. Why was Bendy not hostile in Chapter 4? Because the writing was inconsistent. I called attention to that as well. He should have been. Or maybe, that assuming that he was actually a mindless beast, like he was portrayed to be in Chapter 5, he should have been hostile in Chapter 4. The fact that he wasn't makes his behavior in Chapter 5 nonsensical, and vice versa. His behavior in Chapter 5 makes his behavior in Chapter 4 nonsensical. Inconsistent writing. If I remember correctly, the Kindly Beast team, I'm not saying any of this to insult them either. Like, they made a freaking cool game. But if I remember correctly, the Kindly Beast team kind of mentioned that their idea for the game actually originated as a test to see whether or not they could create an environment that would look like you walked into a sketch. They definitely achieved that. It's fantastic. But as far as story goes, it kind of jumps around. I do not have any Bendy merch. I used to, but unfortunately I had to get rid of it at some point. It was very sweet. Mike Mood actually sent me a bunch of stuff back in the day, including the cute little soup can backpack. I loved that thing, but I couldn't keep it when I was moving. What's the most fun thing for me when doing animations? Expressions. Gmax Beats, I am not part of any fandom. I do like Five Nights at Freddy's. I think I actually, I covered a song from it a little while ago. Well, not from the game, but, a fan song for it. They keep creeping towards the door. My body quakes like a tremor on the floor. My kneecaps quake. Dark Deception? I have no idea what that is. I have never played FNAF. Don't get me wrong. I love the game series. Cannot play it. I am a scaredy cat. It's a miracle I got through Bendy. I think the only reason I could was because of the setting and the fact that I was, excited enough that, oh my god, it's a horror game about animation, I was like, oh my god, it's me. It's just like me. It's not at all like me. Although, in a sense, I have seen the kind of situation that is parodied by the studio's condition in in Bendy Meat Machine. I have seen that happen before. I have been around the block a few times in the industry. You'd be surprised what happens. Bendy cult? I don't think there was a Bendy cult. Sammy was just Sammy. And then you had some references to it a little bit in the Searchers and the Colonies of the Lost Ones, but they were more referring to Henry. And then they did the inexplicable thing of attacking Henry, which, again, there's a lot that doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense in the game, in my opinion. Like, ideas that don't match each other. The Lost Ones' behaviors don't make a whole lot of sense unless you're saying that, like, okay, well, there's different communities of Lost Ones, but then if you're doing that, establish that. You know, show us that. There's no difference. There's no apparent difference between any of the colonies of Lost Ones that we saw. Like, you don't need to tell us, just show us. My reaction when I witnessed Bendy and Norman attack each other, you can actually go back and watch it. It's recorded on YouTube here. I was delighted at the time. Because I thought, like, oh my god, here it is. This is where they're going to finally explore Bendy being somewhat sentient. But they didn't. Yeah, Bendy's tiny. Let's see. Bean. Ah, there's my phone. Oh, that's right. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. I will check the chat in just a second. Apologies if I'm missing questions. Give me just a minute here. Please fill in. There it goes. ahead and make ourselves the prop here, keeping the idea of the coffins because it's actually not a bad one. Although it's very tonally bizarre to have in a studio. Hey, it fits with the notion that there are ritual sacrifices happening, so I mean, hey. Besides, I kind of like it being this on the nose. It's quite funny. Okay. Ear. Oh, hello, Corn Mayor. Hey, how's it going, my dude? Wait. I need to make you a mod. There you go. Let me see what's in the chat. Anything else? No need to call me Senpai, hon. But while I appreciate the compliment, I had nothing to do with Quest for the Ink Machine. Oh, hello, Kohlhoff. How's it going, my dude? I see you over in Picardo. Sorry, I kind of missed you at first. Cammy Cat, hi! My goodness, how are you doing? God, it's been ages. You know, I feel awful. I just kind of like disappeared off the face of the planet after January. But it's really good to see folks. I need to get back in touch. Do I have you on Discord, Cammy? Yes, I am going to take a break between streams, Corn, because I've got to walk the Doge. What are my plans for 22? It's a good frickin' question, but we're 6 months out. Or, I suppose, more like 5 months out. I mean, I've got plenty of projects I'm starting on, like, you know, this is one. I've got another thing that I'm working on, which I can't elaborate on. But you could see more of it if you subscribe to my locals page. Hey! Please do. I would love to see more people hop over to that site. It's like a Patreon, but with a Facebook element. Oh yeah, dude, you can see my email on YouTube. Yes, please do. It's been ages since we've chatted. But yeah, for lunch break, I'm tickled you popped in. Tickled to see you. Is this going to be a fully 2D animation? Sadly, no. I don't have the time that it would take to do something like that. I'm aiming for it to be 3D, kind of in a continuity with Welcome Home. I am familiar with Little Nightmares, yes. I thought there was a lot of really cool concepts in that game, but it is not my cup of tea. JT Music did a really cool song for it, though. I will say that. Okay, so that's going to be enough of an expression. That's kind of get it across. Oh, Jesus, floating ear. He's looking more and more like Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes when I'm not paying attention. Rest assured, his model sheet does not look quite like this. I'm just being really, really lazy. Guys, I don't have a public Discord. Cammy and I are talking about private Discord messages. Unfortunately, I do not have the time to maintain a Discord community, so you will not be seeing one of those from me. Certainly not anytime in the near future. If you would like to interact one-on-one with me, your best bet is locals. I'm treating that as my Patreon. American McGee's Alice? No, I'm not familiar with it. I wasn't kidding earlier when I said that I'm not really part of any fandom. That includes Bendy. I like doing stuff for Bendy, and I like, you know, I would consider myself a fan, so to speak, but I don't really participate in fandom stuff. Jesus, his neck is growing. I've been around that block a couple of times, and I think it's more fun to just kind of do my own thing. Oh, well, soft sounds, I can remedy that. Here, let me show you what Toon Henry actually looks like. Here's his turnaround. See ya, Hyper Inkling. So yeah, there's a Rookby Henry? What is Rookby supposed to mean? Okay. Okay. The application is quite expensive, which is, you know, when people ask me, what program are you using? I want to get into animation. I don't say start with Toon Boom. It's extremely expensive, but it is the industry standard for a reason. It is an excellent software. So if you're serious about animation, I'd say start using a freeware. I've heard TV Paint is good, although I haven't used it myself. I know some really great animated films have been made using it. Yeah, it's pricey. I've got the permanent license, so it's a one-time payment, as opposed to, you know, monthly stuff, because I really don't like monthly subscription stuff. As far as I'm concerned, it's like, I don't want to rent your stuff. I want to buy it, and then I want to own it. That's why I don't like what Adobe did with its software, and I refuse to get Creative Cloud. So I've still got Creative Suite 6. It's super outdated, but, you know, it still does the trick. It's an excellent, excellent software bundle. Which is kind of why it sucks. Like, Adobe makes really good software. Oh, no, stringed pitch. I am not lucky. I purchased this. It ain't no luck. Got nothing to do with it. Auto upgrade your animation stuff. Still use frames in Clip Studio. Move it. Dude, I do that all the time. That's how I did that first Balin animation. You know, the one where he takes off his hat and, like, does a twirl and... No, he doesn't take it off. He, like, adjusts his hat and then he does a twirl and he gets sucked into his hat. That's how I did that one. The only reason I use Toon Boom is because it is quite convenient, and most studios use it. Let me pull up the animation. I cleaned up this balance animation in Toon Boom, but I did this part, if I can find my ding-dang GIF of it. Oh, where is it? Come on. Do I not have it saved? You gotta be kidding me. Do I not have it saved? Oh no! Okay, well I don't have the sketch version of it saved for some reason, but I do... I have got to have a version of it. Okay, yeah. This animation. I did the roughs for this one entirely in Clip. So it's a fantastic program, and I think they're actually getting, like, better and better. They've added camera moves into it. Oh, yeah, dude. Clip Studio Paint EX is the one that has, full animation features. It's fantastic. And it goes on sale, like, I don't know, every month. It's fantastic. So if you guys are out there looking for a somewhat more affordable program, that's your go-to. But there are some freewares out there, so you just gotta do some research into it. I still prefer drawing in Photoshop with Lazy Nezumi. Okay, oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and give us a little zoom in on this coffin. Coffin-chan. Oops. Dude, yeah. Now, Clip Studio is a great program. I like the brushes in it a bit better than I like the brushes in Photoshop, but that's mainly because it doesn't have Adobe clawing all over its availability. But there's some really great features in that program too. Like there's 3D references you can bring into the program. You can bring in a whole bunch of textures and whatnot, etc., etc. There's a whole community online if you want to be a part of that. It's a great software. So highly recommend. Okay, so how's that gonna look like that? Need to scoot you down. Ah! Every note, every take, every drawing you make should be a hidden prize. It's on me. How would I draw myself in these kinds of animations? I've done that a couple of times. I mean, anytime you've seen me draw my thumbnails for YouTube, there you go. How long does it take me to do an animatic? Well, my Anaka, you've seen the last several streams have been dedicated to it. It depends how long the animatic's going to be and how involved it's going to be. So I made an animatic for an original song for something else, which I will not spoil, in 2 nights. Oh, see you, Cammy! Thanks for popping in again. And that animatic that I'm talking about was quite simple, so that only took me 2 nights, but this is taking me quite a lot longer. Okay, so this is just going to be like a smudged name. Smudged name. Yeah, I feel like there's a better way I could be conveying this, but I don't know what it is, because I'd have to adjust quite a lot of what I have planned for the storyboard. And this is blatant enough, it's fine. If I adjust it later, I can communicate that with the animator. Let's see. Oopsie. Doctor handwriting, Jesus. You're not wrong. I don't do 3D animation, Stringed. If I ever have to have a 3D animation, I hire somebody for that, because I do not know what I'm doing. I've tried to do 3D animation, I just don't have the patience for it. It's a totally different, like, thought process to drawing. So let's go ahead and fill this bad boy in. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Where the hell are the holes in the line art? There's no good reason any of those should have had holes. Jesus. Ah! What the hell am I doing? Okay, let's give us a transparency. Make ourselves a second background layer. Add and close. No. That is not what I had in mind. Let's see. Let's try this again. I want that to be slower. Okay, that feels a bit better. It's gonna be way too long, but that's okay. Hello? Oh, I'm drawing in white like a dummy. No! 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 It's the wrong dang layer again. Okay, these are just various sketches of Bendy, so it doesn't really matter what the quality is. Wait. Oh, wait, no, I see what I wanted to do. Right. Copy. Delete, paste. Painted, paint that white. Oh no, I need a new layer here. I'm overcomplicating the hell out of this, but it's also the easiest way to do what I'm trying to do. Oh, my hair keeps falling in front of my eyes. Okay, so okay, let's go ahead and make ourselves the next layer. Add and close. I have not looked at the chat. I apologize. Give me a minute. Ah, no. So ink spills. You know every day you're trying to me. Let's see. Did I miss anything important? Hi, Red Frog. Dr. Claw, fancy seeing you here. What? Destiny, no, I'm sorry. But the comics that I did on Tumblr were pretty much all you're going to get of those comics. The concept, however, is what I am exploring in these music videos. Ah, why did I make this so long? Delete. Okay. I think I missed somebody in there. Hello, Iceberg Lettuce. I'm not familiar with your username, but it's good to see somebody in here who clearly is familiar with the program. Hi. Fellow animator, I presume. Yeah, if you guys want to join more of my streams, I would be delighted to see you. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and make ourselves a setting here. We are a chill bunch in here. It's quite nice. Alright, I am going to have to vanish here briefly, though, pretty soon, because my little puppy dog needs his afternoon constitutional, or evening constitutional, I should say. He's already had the afternoon one. I've answered that question multiple times, John Paul. It's just a silly name that I had in high school. And I've mentioned as well that I'm actually considering changing it, and I'm probably going to do that very soon. Probably with the release of this video, whenever this comes out, but we'll see. I'd like to change it to something closer to my actual name. As I've mentioned before, if you follow me on other websites, you've already noticed that my name is usually either Key Black or Halo C. Just because Halo C is much closer to my name and Key Black is the name of my website. But you know that already. If you follow me anywhere else. Or if you've checked my description for my channel. Dumbo Woohoo, answered that multiple times in this stream as well. It's going to be 3D, like Welcome Home. I don't mind answering questions, guys, but please try not to be repetitive with the questions, okay? Thanks. I am too, Red Frog. I am too. Oh, that's a really off-model ink bottle. That's not what they look like. Made the stem way too long. That's gonna have to be enough. Ah, that's supposed to be black. Interior of that's also supposed to be black. You are also meant to be black. Why is that white? All right. Fill that in with white. Let's see. Okay, let's give it another layer back here so I can draw the poor sap who's at the desk. Don't overwork yourselves, fellas, or else this might happen to you. Don't let yourselves be overworked. It doesn't really matter what, like, exactly who this is. But it's probably not Sammy, considering whose coffee Henry just had his hand on. The implication is, of course, that this is an animator, because he's at an animation desk with ink. And it's someone who did not survive, as we cut to this bit right after Henry has his hand on a coffin. He's imagining what the fate of this person must have been. What's my opinion on furries? I don't care. You do what you want to do, dude. As long as you ain't hurting anybody. Probably will not be any bacon soup in the video. Seems like a nonsensical question. It's got nothing to do with the story. There wasn't any in Welcome Home. That's better. All right, let's go ahead and make our animator's desk here. Ah. Do, do, do. Ah. You gonna fill? You're gonna color the table's leg too, aren't you? Come on. Fill bucket, damn it. Why is that not working? Where is the open hole? Where is it? There shouldn't be any open holes. Where the hell is the... There it is. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's done. I think this needs to be on its own layer. That way I can fade that in. Let's have ourselves another. Oops. What? Hello? What in the devil? Let's make some transparency. Copy, special paste, create new columns, that's right. Ah! Okay. There's the other transparency. I was supposed to create that and that, so it's going to be 0, and then 100, and then 0, and 100. Boom. God, you guys are memeing it up in the chat. Sorry I've been so quiet over here. Let's back up a little bit. Watch what we've got. That doesn't feel good at all. Hang on. That might be why. No, I'm trying too hard to make this work. Let's try that instead. Oh my god, please work. Please work. Come on. F5, thank you. There we go. Okay, I need to slow down Wendy's exit though. Got an idea for this. Copy, paste, let's... What? Oh, wrong layer. Why is that happening? Why is this happening? Let's try 100 and 100. Okay, let's try this. No, 100 is too much. Let's try 30. Let's try 50 then. There we go. That's it. That's what I wanted. Okay, let's make ourselves a bit more of a transition here. And that should be 100 again. Oh, wait, what? I don't have a second. Ah, I haven't made myself a composite yet for the everything in this verse. I'm a fool. A damned fool. Add and close. Wait, which layer was it on that had the... We're just gonna copy that, insert in a new frame. Copy. And paste. Because we need a match on that shot. No, 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 no. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, making that. Half of the stream is literally just me saying no, 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 yes, no to myself over here. 1000% invisible. Yeah, no, thank you. Add and close. Okay, let's draw Henry's hand again. Oh, well, on the next page of my thumbnails. This is the last page where I've already thumbnailed everything. And then we're in unknown territory. Oh, that's exciting. Because as it is, hello, Cornmare. As it is, I've already kind of been like working from stuff I've kind of pre-drafted. I might do more thumbnails or I might just kind of wing it from here on out. We'll see. We're not quite there yet, but we will be very soon. Probably tonight. I'm excited. I haven't actually done like storyboarding from scratch in a little while. And once again, we see Henry is a bit of a hothead and probably wasn't completely without blame in this entire situation because he's quick to indignation. Not a good characteristic to have in a creative setting. Ah. Henry is very much the type of character who is prone to resentment. Apply previous. Wrong color. So, Lolmare, hello, Carrie the Artistic Toon. Yeah, Lolmare, if you don't really understand the psychology of what's going on here, it's fairly simple. You've got basically the absent father figure and the son character who's been taught by the tyrannical father figure that it's entirely the absent father figure's fault and that he's evil and he was neglectful, and he has a point. And Henry knows it. He's almost entirely blaming Joey for it, though. So you've got Bendy, who's basically an abandoned, neglected son character, who's tyrannized but also coddled by the one father figure, Joey, and completely abandoned by the guy who actually created him, who's Henry. Thank you very much, Carrie the Artistic Toon. Copy and paste and remove that tween. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of a BG here. At any rate, of course, a character who's feeling neglected would be resentful. So Bendy wants to take revenge on Henry, which explains why Henry's running. It's pretty simple. Carrie, I highly recommend you check out my previous streams. If not, stay tuned. All shall be revealed in good time. That's a fanon thing, yes. In fact, I think I might have started it, because I remember theorizing about that real early on and everything. And it got quite popular, because people liked the idea of Henry, you know, being completely not to blame in all of this, but on, you know, further thought, I think he's just as much to blame as Joey. Oh, wait, okay, yeah, we want him facing away from camera. We got some Tezuka legs happening here. Copy, paste. I haven't checked the chat in a bit. Sorry, guys. This is why you tell the truth, guys. If you bottle up what you actually think and you don't tell the truth about what you're feeling, it'll manifest in ways you have absolutely no idea are even possible. You see something going wrong, say something. You notice yourself feeling resentful, you notice yourself getting angry, say something. You might mess up, you might say something stupid, but it's better than being quiet. You know, like, if you say something stupid, then at least someone can tell you you're being stupid, and you can be like, oh, okay, yeah, I might be being stupid here. You can be like, I roger that, or at least listen to them, hear the other side, and you can decide for yourself after that. But if you don't say anything, you'll never know. It's a bit similar, yes. It's not quite the same, but it is similar. That is intentional. There is a riff in this song that is exactly the same as in Welcome Home, though. And here's an expression I've been looking forward to drawing the whole time. Here we go. He certainly feels like crying, although there aren't any tears in his eyes. Yeah, it's almost 5:30 for me too, Carrie. I think you are either in the English, or you're probably in like the British time zone. English or Ireland. I'm in Ireland right now. Well, you've got half of that right, Destiny. He certainly feels like going after somebody. Let's see. Let's add those notches in his eyes. Ah. I think you guys have totally misread, or some of you guys have totally misread Henry's intent here. Some of you seem to have gotten it on the nose. All right. Now we will see if I have enough time tonight to finish not only what I've got planned for the next immediate segment, but what comes after that. Wait, no, that doesn't need the transparency. That needs the transparency. What the hell? Wrong thing. Whoops. %, 100%. No, come on. 100%. No, what am I doing? That's not necessary. We had a transition like that in Welcome Home too. I'll just do it this way. Delete. All right, so let's watch what we've got so far, and then I gotta take my dog for a little you-know-what. Actually, Carrie, I'm about to end the stream here briefly and then take my dog for a little you-know-what, but I will review what I've got for the entire storyboard so far, so if you guys would like to see what's done thus far, here we go. But yeah, I'm going to be right back to continue a stream with Cornmare right after that. So, here we go. Oh, yes, so you know what, I can't say the word because my dog knows what the word means. Here we go. Here we go. Now you've hung your head and you've seen the writing on the wall. Just kick back and relax, we'll tell you all about the fall of the greatest mind, the old director pulling at the strings. Who thought the fool was Abel and the wiser man was Cain? It's the big bad, clinically mad, the greatest show you've ever seen. Yeah, we're deep down below the ground where only projectors gleam. A world of black and white, a place of magic putting life into your dreams. And And when the credits roll, we'll be looking close to see who's behind the curtain. I'm obviously not singing at my full voice right now. Just a pencil and a dream, a modest proclamation of his goal. But no one saw when it was spinning out of control. Every soul, every wish, all for one man's bliss, 'cause all the good intentions don't mean a lick. In the pursuit of it, you still wind up down below. Well, the pipes, they got to pumping the beat of a creator's heart. Or that's what he had told them, just a sacrifice for art. And the walls, they turned to paper, and the ink began to fill our veins. Oh, it's easy to rationalize pain to the insane. Oh, it's the big, bad, clinically mad, the greatest show you've ever seen. Yeah, we're deep down below the ground without a hope to be redeemed. The only man who saw the ego twisted behind the scenes was the one who set the whole production in full swing. Who's behind the curtain? What's the use of a hero without a monster to be slain? And is he a man who makes a deal that others have to pay? Every note, every take, every drawing you make should be a fitting price. It's only you at stake. He made a living hell out of the wishes the maker made. Alright, and that's all I've got so far. So, yeah, Soft Sounds is finally paying attention to the lyrics. Ayo! Oh yeah, it's very sad. Nothing about this story is happy. Yes, Nilaham, my dog does go nuts when he hears the W word. I've had to start calling it just random things like you know what or constitutional. So, anywho, I'm going to call it quits for now, guys. I'm going to go take my dog on his little you-know-what. And right afterwards, I will be back streaming with Corn Mayor, as I have been several times in the last several days. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Thank you so much for joining, and see you soon. Bye!